my travel-loving friends. You ever get that itch to pack a bag, grab your passport, and head out to explore the world? Yeah, me too. But here's the thing. In 2025, not every country is rolling out the welcome mat for Americans. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the list of countries that are saying, not right now, or laying down some serious rules for US travelers this year. But first, let's kick things off with a little travel trivia. Which country has the most time zones in the world? Stick around till the end for the answer. It's not who you think. All right, ready to dive in? Let's go. Fully closed to Americans, North Korea. Yeah, no surprise here. North Korea is completely off limits. US passports aren't even valid for travel there unless you've got a rare government exception. Basically, nope. Iran and the US don't exactly see eye to eye right now. No tourist visas, and entry's only possible for super limited categories like journalists or diplomats. Spoiler: vacations aren't one of them. Syria, between conflict and safety issues, Syria's not issuing tourist visas to Americans. The US also has a do not travel warning here. Seriously, don't try it. Afghanistan. Since the government shift, things have been really unstable. No tourism visas here, and unless you're on a humanitarian mission, it's a hard no. Libya tourism? Not happening. Libya's still dealing with internal conflict, and it's definitely not a place welcoming US travelers right now. Somalia. Another one where safety is a big issue. There's no functioning embassy to process US travel, so Americans are basically locked out. Sudan. Due to civil unrest and armed conflict, Sudan isn't an option right now for US tourists. Even aid workers are being extra cautious. Yemen, pretty much impossible to visit for Americans. No visas being issued, and it's just not safe. Heavily restricted, but not totally closed. Now, these places technically allow Americans, but it's tricky. Think red tape, long waits, or huge fees. Russia politics have made it really hard for Americans to get tourist visas here. Business travel is sometimes approved, but unpredictable. Myanmar, Burma. They're allowing entry, but only if you're part of a super-controlled, government-approved tour. So solo backpacking? Not an option. Cuba, still confusing, right? American tourism to Cuba is technically not allowed under US law. You need to fall into one of 12 approved categories like education or family visits. Belarus. Very tense relations with the US right now. Visa processing is slow and uncertain. If you do get in, it probably took months. Turkmenistan. Almost all travel has to be through guided tours, and even then, Americans aren't always granted entry. It's one of the most closed-off places in the world. Venezuela, tough situation here. The political relationship between Venezuela and the US has led to serious visa delays and frequent denials. Nicaragua. They're still technically open, but a lot of Americans are being turned away at the visa application stage, especially journalists or people linked to NGOs. Haiti. Due to security concerns and protests, American visitors are facing more visa restrictions than usual. Best to avoid for now. Laos tourist visas are possible, but you might face longer waits or extra paperwork. They've added some security checks for US travelers. Burundi and Sierra Leone. These two African countries are tightening entry rules, citing safety concerns and trying to manage tourism more carefully. US citizens are now screened more heavily. Think twice destinations. Some spots aren't closed to Americans, but the US strongly recommends against going. Iraq. A lot of regions still dangerous, and entry for Americans isn't recommended. Ukraine. Parts of the country are still in conflict. US tourists should steer clear. Pakistan. Travel's allowed, but political tensions are growing. Mexico, border states. Not the whole country, but certain states near the border are flagged for safety issues. Remember that time zone question from earlier? The country with the most time zones is France. Yep, thanks to its overseas territories, France has a total of 12 time zones. Mind blown, right? So yeah, travel's still totally doable in 2025, but a few places are off the map. For now. If any of these were on your bucket list, maybe hit pause and check for updates. There are still plenty of amazing countries rolling out the red carpet for US travelers. So don't stress. Just plan smart and travel with confidence. Have a country you're wondering about? Drop it in the comments and I'll dig into it for a future video. And hey, if this helped, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so we can keep exploring the world together. Catch you next time on Mystic Trails.